In the last lesson, we discussed 4 laws of indices. So in this lesson, we shall be discussing 2 additional laws of indices. The first one is what we call the laws of when the exponent, when we have a number in this form, when we have a number like 2 raised to power 3, 2 raised to power 3, all raised to power 4. This is the same thing as 2 raised to power 3 times 2 raised to power 3 times 2 raised to power 3 times 2 raised to power 3. That is in 4 places. And using our first law of indices, this is the same thing as we can add all the powers together. That will be 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And that will give us 2 raised to power of 12. But instead of going through this long method, we can multiply the exponents, the 2 exponents. This is an exponent, this is also an exponent. We can multiply the exponents together. That is, if you have 2 raised to power 3 raised to power of 4, is the same thing as 2 raised to the power of 3 times 4. And that will give us 2 raised to the power of 12, instead of going through the long method. Then the second law, in this case, we have, when we have a number in form of, when we have an index, an indices that has to do with fractional values. That is, when we have a number like a raised to the power of c over b. The b value, this b, which is the denominator, the c is the numerator, while the b is the denominator. This b represents a root value of a. For example, we have a raised to the power of 2 over 3. Our numerator is 2, while our denominator is 3. So what this simply means is that we have to find the cube root of a, then we raise it to the power of 2. This is the same thing as cube root of a, all raised to the power of the numerator, which is 2. For example, if you have 27 raised to power 2 over 3. What this simply means is that we have to find the cube root of 27, then raise it to the power of 2. And that will give us cube root of 27 raised to the power of 2. The cube root of 27, that is 3, all raised to the power of 2. And that will give us 9. Another example, if we have a number like 9 raised to power 1 over 2. This is, you can see that this is 2. That means we have to find the square root of 9. Then we raise it to the power of 1. So we have square root of 9, all raised to the power of 1. The square root of 9, which is 3, then raised to power 1. And that is going to give us 3 raised to power 1, which is still 3. But usually when you have a number like 9 raised to power half, it is written as just square root of 9 without the inclusion of this 2, because 2 is the least root value that you can have. You can only have square root, cube root, fourth root, fifth root. So usually when it is square root, they don't put this 2. But if you put it, it is of no crime, so it is still perfect.